Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Son. That's
This is
Pops.
Pops.
Welcome to the Birdhouse Sports Show. Finally,
Good. Welcome,
finally,
welcome,
absolutely.
welcome.
We've been waiting to do this for a while. I'm glad that we actually started. And as far as you want to know, like why we call it the Birdhouse, it should be obvious on both of our hats. Go Birds! Go Birds! Yes, sir.
Go
Yes, sir.
Ravens.
Yes.
Go Ravens.
Yeah. All right, all right. We
Whatever.
we'll give you
Whatever.
that. But no,
Whatever.
it's finally great to finally do this. We've been talking about sports every time the weekend go by. We talk
For
about
years.
games all night, and it's like, why not actually do this and bring this to YouTube, bring this to you guys, have some fun with this. So we here. The Birdhouse is in the house. All
Yes,
right.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right. So, for sure, one of the first segments we wanted to actually cover for sure has to be our teams, right? I've been a Eagles fan for a very, very long time since I was young, and it's only right that we start with our actual teams. I would have to say this: we won the Super Bowl. Just to remind everyone, we did win the Super Bowl last year. Oh, the hate. But we're gonna, I think we're gonna take it back. I think we're gonna do it again. Howie's an amazing GM. All we do is reload with free agents, reload with great rookies. I'm really loving Makuba from Texas, the safety. I mean, literally, Howie knows what he's doing. We did have a little bit of a scare. We have our right guard, our guard, Landon Dickerson. I believe he pulled his meniscus. He's doing a little procedure. If I think he did it already, should be coming back hopefully by week one. We need our line. That's our identity. Our offensive line is our identity to give Saquon those holes. And then we switch it up on you. The moment you want to attack Saquon, like the Chiefs did last year, boom, we hit you with a long one, right to Brown, right? Right to Smitty or Dotson. So I'm really looking forward to this season. We're going to continue to dominate for sure.
Well, I go with we already dominated. We can't go back to what it was. I've been in a Raven for a very long time. Go Can't go back. This is all future takes. Lamar was a big scare because he is the franchise. What we're gonna do this year is go forward. We got to protect him better. We got to make sure he stay upright, and we got some dogs around the whole team on all three phases. So get ready this year, 2025, 2026 season. We bring in the noise, we bring in the pain, and we ready to take it all over. We are the Ravens. Go Ravens.
Look, I hear that and look, I love if my Eagles don't make it, I'll root for Lamar all day long. But when it comes to the playoffs, it's like kryptonite. Definitely how y'all almost came back and won the game, and then you have Butterfingers tight end. Even though, like Lamar said, it wasn't his fault solely, right? It was a team, um, pretty much a team issue. They didn't execute on all cylinders the whole game, but I'm rooting for him because I swear,
Here,
I'm
here
rooting
no
for him.
there. Here no there with all that bravado, that extra support. We take whatever we got, but we got a strong outfit. We like a construction company. We're gonna build buildings and we're gonna knock them down just to get to the place we need to get to. Go Ravens once again.
Go Birds, go Birds.
Go Birds. Birdhouse is speaking, people.
But we're going to switch topics up here. One of the things that we wanted to talk about for sure is the NFL, right? Everything that's going on, with these teams, the drama, everything. I love it. I love it. The offseason. I mean, literally, even when we won the Super Bowl, we were still talking about the NFL, right? Watching NFL Network or whatever, just to see who's getting released, who's retiring, who was expected to be drafted number one. The ratings for the NFL is through the roof, and like right now, I would talk about the Bengals, right? We talk about the Cincinnati Bengals, who's had more of an issue off the field for contract issues than them, when they pretty much signed Everybody. Their quarterback, you know, great contract for him. Got both wide receivers locked down. But the Bengals always, pretty much for the most part, suffered on defense. And now, you know, your boy Trey Henderson won his money. When you lead the league in sacks like 2 years in a row, it's time to pay up. You know, he's only 30. You got a good 4 or 5 years left in him. It's time to pay up. He want that 40 million plus a year. He want that Myles Garrett money.
Yeah, I add something to that is that, you know, you got to take care of him, but also you got to get Joe Burrow out of the game to extend him that time and know that that is your franchise. Joe Burrow is the franchise, like Jamal Chase and T. Higgins and Henderson, but y'all don't realize what y'all got into is gone. And if somebody else snatch him up, the defense is going to be hurt because Joe Burrow, as good as he is, on his way to the Hall of Fame one day, he ain't dropping 50 points a game.
True
And
that.
you trying to cover for the defense, the
True that.
offense, usually how it works in the NFL, the defense, due to getting you to the championship, the offense just put up some points so you can win the game, and the defense is supposed to be the stoppers. They don't look like they work in that way. They look like they work in the offensive way and try to beat teams with outscoring them so they don't have to rely on their defense. And that's a shame to start the season off. And every year since the past, I say we really ain't gonna go into the past because that's washed. But they start every year off 0-2, 0-3, 0-4. They can't get to the playoffs in
Right.
them negative stats every year.
Right, for sure. And to continue on your division, right? You have the Browns.
Yeah,
You have
don't get back to that garbage. 'Cause, yeah, I'm gonna chime in on that and cut you up a little bit.
yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
what Stefanski is doing right now, the whole thing with DG and Flacco and Shedeur and Huntley, and this is kind of crazy. Whereas that you didn't have a game plan from the jump. You're trying to sit on and wait for the cat out of Texas. Um, um, what's his name? What's the kid from
Arch
Texas?
Manning. Arch Manning, right?
Arch Manning. And Arch Manning people ain't having them come to no Browns. So please, you got a good defense. You're trying to get a decent offense. I give Flacco, he's 40, whatever the case might be. He looked decent, but Flacco is not the answer. He's just the solution for right now. And please, DG, once the real people start, and once he starts seeing them number ones, is a whole different ball game than that
Dylan
max protection and that
Dylan
dick and
Gabriel.
dive and all that. He's gonna see the real heat coming forward. But I hope one day they allow Shedeur to be protected by the real starters and not by these make believe players that's in the same uniform.
And we're going to come back more to that topic about the quarterback battle with the Browns, which has just been abysmal. But
Yeah.
you also have the Steelers, and we'll quickly touch on them. They did pick
Ah,
up Jalen Ramsey. They did pick up some studs in the offseason. But they also got old man Aaron Rodgers as their
hey,
starter quarterback.
hey, the man is like a fountain of youth. The man hang on. He controls a lot of avenues. The coach, it is what it is with him now. Can't figure him out because he's traditionally trying to get them there back to the playoffs. But just getting to the playoffs is not the answer for the Steelers no more. So they hoping Aaron Rodgers, old man River, could do what he need to do and get it done. He remind me of such traveling folk. He remind me of Brett Favre, and maybe it's not. I'm not taking a shot, but him and Brett Favre did similar things. So let's hope this going out thing, this 1 year contract, he
Yeah.
could do something to leave on a high note, and wish him the best in his future and his new marriage.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And for Coach Tomlin, because I'm a Tomlin fan, honestly, I just want him to be successful. Obviously, your Ravens want Lamar to go all the way, but overall, I want Tomlin to be successful, at least get a playoff win, because it's been a while since they had one. Um,
Well, not this year.
yeah, we'll switch it over to the AFC South real quick. One team that I just want to bring up because there's been some controversy is around the Colts. Richardson who I believe is into this third year after when he was drafted, was supposed to be the franchise quarterback, and man, he has just looked abysmal.
No,
You
I,
know,
I, I, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna fight against that. He
okay,
looked very well. The thing is that your past came and bit him. Remember, I said leave everything in the past. He having a stroke of bad luck. I don't know if a black cat slid
it's
in
something
front of
around
him or
him.
whatever,
It's
but
something
he got
around him.
that sack where him injured his hand, and then he came up. So they put the guy from the Giants there to do
Daniel
something. He looked
Jones, yeah,
decent. He
yeah,
looking decent. And then when Richardson came in, he was looking marvelous. But that energy is
right,
stuck in their head about you are the first quarterback in football history to
right,
take a timeout because you tired. So that weighs heavy against you, and
right.
you need to get rid of that as much as you can when you get your opportunity. Your starter might get hurt. Hope not. Hope everybody be nice and comfortable
But
during the
but
season
somebody,
through
some
the
people say,
battles.
right. Some people
But
say follow the money.
he'll be back in the game. Yes, he'll be back in the game. But you can't be tired, bro. You're a professional. You got to go through the pain. You got to go through the emotions.
Some people say follow the money, right? If you follow the money, look at the money that Daniel Jones signed for. You clearly knew what direction they were going in, and I think Richardson was on a short leash. All he had to do was have a bad game, just give him the ammunition to just give it to Daniel Jones. And as we know, Daniel Jones didn't do anything in the Giants at all.
No.
Can't put that all on him. I think the Giants as a franchise is a horrible franchise. But at the end of the day, feel bad for Richardson. Hopefully things will turn around for him, and we'll see. The other team that I want to call out is the AFC South. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars. We also talk about Tennessee Titans, right? Just both of those rookies, right? You got Cam Ward with the Tennessee Titans, and you got Travis Hunter with the Jacksonville Jaguars playing both sides of the ball. Let's start with Hunter. How successful, Dad, you think his season is going to be, given that he was successful in college playing both sides with Dion, but the NFL is a different beast.
Well, I say this, and I mean this truly from the heart. If the drama, the soap opera with him and his new bride stop and he could focus on football and all the soap opera with that, she need to do what she need to do as a woman or whatever.
Right.
But help your man not deal with the drama if you really want to be with him. So he can have a nice rookie season because he's the top player. He's one of the top players in this draft, and he go two ways. He gonna need all the support he can get. He's very talented. He's God sent, and let's see how it go for him.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. A lot of drama around him and his wife, for sure. Some would say, hey, it was definitely her fault. She could have chose, better words. But at the end of the day, they're young adults. Let them grow. They'll learn over time and grow. But definitely hope Travis have a great season. And just to switch it up to Cam Ward, mixed emotions here because, although we always knew Cam Ward was going to be the first overall pick, I thought Shedeur was right there with him in talent and was going to be the second pick behind him. But overall,
The politics played that.
the politics definitely played it. But Cam Ward, he definitely showed a little bit of this in the preseason. They didn't leave him in too long, but I'm hoping for success for him. There was some tough times in training camp, where he saw the lack of talent on his team. So I don't know how much, to be honest, how good the Tennessee Titans are going to be this year. I still think they're rebuilding, but I definitely wish the best for him for sure.
Well, I don't have nothing for that. I just think I hope he do good in the season, but I believe the Texans is going to do very well in that same division. I believe they're going to do very well. I believe what happened in his sophomore year, his junior year for the quarterback, going to be very good this year. And he got some pieces added to the team, and let's see how that go for the Texans.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree with that. And we get to the next division here, the AFC East. Not much to say about this division. I mean, pretty much the Buffalo Bills have owned that division. I don't really see much changing with the Dolphins, despite what success Tyreek and Tua may have. I just don't see the Dolphins really doing much. The Jets will be the Jets, and this could be a solid year for the Patriots. We could see.
Not if your coach calling you rats.
Right. Right, right.
Yeah,
But
I don't know why he
I don't know.
called them rats. I gotta look into the story, but that's a hell of a start to call somebody a rat. I mean,
Hey,
your team. So somebody leaked something. Somebody leaked something that shouldn't have got out, and
right,
he's gonna rectify because he's calling them out. And now he ain't hiding. He ain't fighting it behind closed doors. He put that on national news. So let's fix the rat situation. I
right,
guess.
right, right. And then in the AFC West, once again, another team, the Chiefs, pretty much own that division. Yeah, you got the Raiders, who pretty much switched out everything, right? New head coach, new quarterback, right? You got Smith in there, I believe now, right?
Yes.
And you definitely have some solid players in there. You got Pete Carroll, who's been out of the league as a coach for a little bit. He's ready to redeem himself, right? So, he got his quarterback, and they got hopefully a solid running game. Genty has been running hard. I saw those clips when he was trucking dudes and all of that. But young gun, please be careful because you will not last long playing like that, right? I think it's only but so many Derrick Henrys and Jerome Bettises in the league that could take that much of a beating. So definitely best of luck to him. The Broncos or Bo Nix.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I know you don't see it. See it. They're gonna be competition because their defense is decent.
Yes, they are.
I'm moving on to the Chargers. It's time for their quarterback to show themselves.
Right.
We know why the head coach ran to the league because Michigan is under a lot of penalties right now for sign stealing. But
Yeah,
we ain't
Harbaugh.
gonna go back into the NFL team that won a lot of chips was accused of sign stealing and
Hey, man.
deflated, but we're
Hey,
gonna leave that alone.
we're gonna leave that alone. But man, he did them. Hey, look, he won and got out of there. So
Hey, he excuse me, he did some hood.
he did do
Yeah,
some. Yeah, he
yeah,
did. He did.
yeah,
He
he
got the
dipped.
bag.
He
Dip.
got chipped and he got the mess up out of there. So
Right.
you know what I mean.
Right.
I say
Right.
bananas.
Right.
That's another word, but I'm using the fruit as
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. We got
um,
the NFC North, right? So you got Detroit, Green Bay, Chicago, and Minnesota. I'm gonna tell you right now, I got Green Bay winning this division. I just think they're light years. They got such a young team and a team ready to go. Who you got?
nah, I give no love for love. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, love. You ain't getting no love for me. I believe the Vikings gonna take this division. Chicago's gonna look pretty good if Kellen Williams get his head right and get what Johnson want him to do. But I give it to the Vikings, and the only reason why I didn't give it to Detroit is because Detroit lost some key
They did.
pieces that
They
hold
did.
the defense and offense.
They
And I
did.
think one of the things that's going to hurt them. I love their head coach. I love his passion. I love his tenacity. But I think this year it goes to the Vikings. And surprisingly, Chicago might make a run. And if they don't, it's definitely on Caleb Williams this year, like it's on Love for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm just picking Green Bay because I just think they had a run. They gave us a tough run with our Eagles, and they're a tough team. The quarterback, when he's on the money, he's on the money. They got a really tough defense, a tough line, and like I said, once again, what's working for them is that they're young and they got some experience now. So that's going to be I say out of all the divisions that's unpredictable, it's definitely going to be the NFC North. Um,
But uh, well, elaborating on that, I feel the same thing you just uttered. I could give that to the Vikings as well. They already ready made. You see what they did with Donald. and they were celebrating before they
Mm,
got to the playoffs, then got smacked. But like
mm.
once again, I'm gonna get out of the past because we're going forward. So going forward, I'm gonna say to you that I think the Vikings is gonna take that division.
Okay. We'll see. What on due time? Hey, the season's right around the corner. In due time,
Yeah,
in due
very
time,
excited.
we got the NFC South. We got the Falcons. We got the Buccaneers, Saints, and Panthers. I'm actually attending with some friends of mine in October. We'll be at the Monday night game with the Buffalo Bills and the Falcons. Something I do with my friends. We go to a new stadium every year, so see how that plans out. But hey, their quarterback is the man now. This is his team, right? It's his
Pennant.
team, Pennant,
Yes.
and you got Pitts. You got a solid tight end to me who's been very underutilized. You got like a potential. He could be a Shannon Sharp type tight end if used right.
Don't give
But
him that much
I ain't
credit.
gonna give him too much credit. But that's where he should
Man,
be
he was a
utilized.
bad boy.
And then you got a dynamic, one of the best running backs in the league. So we'll see what happens there. The Bucks, hey, you got to give it to Baker, man. He has really turned his career around. You got a legendary wide receiving core. That's another one where Todd Bowles and the team, can they actually make some noise this year? Because to me, the Panthers and the Saints. I mean, I don't care that Tyler Shaw, has been looking decent for the Saints in the preseason, the rookie, but I got no money on the Saints doing anything. Honey Badger retired. He probably retired for a reason. I can't deal with this team no more. And the Panthers is the Panthers. I mean, shout out to Young Gun, Young with the Panthers. He got better last year, and he probably played better this year. But I don't have much stock in the Panthers either,
Yeah,
to
I
be honest.
truly wish the quarterback a great season this year because I'm glad he stepped forward. He got better by being on the sideline and understanding what to do inside the game. And it looks bright. He looked like himself, like from Alabama, and he's looking real bright. So the future is very good. I'm hoping they keep Jimmy Horn Jr. For the near future because if they keep him, that gives him a slot receiver that he could utilize other than the tight end and the out receivers that's on the team already. But if they keep Jimmy Horn Jr., I believe he'll be a return specialist and everything because he got blazing speed. But before you go forward in your division, I just want to chime. I forgot in the other division with the Detroit, um, the running back. Ah, I was over here chiming to get you to say that, but I get back to that in the overall next time. But I got to get his name. It starts with a G. Number 26. He's a bad man. I said that. Excuse me, Stephen A. for using your little thing, but that boy
Right,
is
right.
a bad man. And
Yeah.
excuse me, people, for not having his name. I will have it, and I won't forget it no more. I might shout it out on some other things, but go
Right.
forward, bro.
Absolutely. And of course, my division, NFC East. Look, I'm gonna be non-biased here. The only team that really scares me is Washington. But as much as they scare me, probably during the draft, they haven't really scared me. As I took a closer look at the team, their team is aging. So they have an aging team. They still have a young gun quarterback. They got a decent receiver core. But one of the things is I really think as much people giving them praise, I think they're going to take a step back. I can actually see my Eagles running away with this. We're probably having some sort of battle with maybe the Cowboys. The Giants is a non-factor to me. I don't think they really got any better this year, despite that Jackson Dart looked pretty good. But I don't think Russell's going to really do anything.
Concur.
Yeah, but Washington, I don't know. I mean, I really feel like that 12-5 year, they about another year away before we see that again. We'll see. But I think if any team that might have a surprising shot to beat, and I hate to say this because I do not like the Cowboys, but the Cowboys might actually do something. They got two crazy number one receivers on their team. Now, what was counting against the Cowboys is that they have no running game. They have no running back really to rely on, and that to me is going to be their kryptonite. where my Eagles is well balanced on both sides of the ball, also throwing and passing. And that's why I think we're going to run away with the division again.
Well, I'm gonna chime in on Washington Commanders as well. The wide receiver McCarron, you have to sign him because you're going to get into an 0-2 situation. Then you're going to be forced to sign him at the wage he wants because you're going to need him. Debo is a slasher, crash into people.
Stud,
He's a hard player, and
right,
he get hurt that way. But I love him. I love him. But he's more of a risk than a reward. Um, I would say the New York Giants, they drama is just gonna be their drama. They're gonna get rid of Russell. They're gonna bring Dart, and nobody wants Jameis really because Jameis gonna give it away more than he get his team in the end zone. So
right,
he's
right,
playing for whatever team they playing against. He's playing for that team secretly.
right,
As far as the Cowboys go, as long as there's drama, I don't see them winning because that gonna cause a lot of fighting inside because people gonna have to start saying they don't need Micah to win games on the defense, and that's gonna cause an infighting. What Jerry is doing, bringing ratings. Your team already have ratings. You just need to focus on paying, agree to pay the man. The man has been fighting for you for a long time. Don't cross him and don't do this media blitz with him because it's not funny no more. You're getting too personal with Micah, and Micah's now reacting because you slandering him too much. We know you the billionaire. We know you the
right,
man. Let it go, man. Let it go.
right,
Just pay the man and everybody be happy. You got a balanced team right now. Utilize what you have right now and try to go get that chip. But what's in front of you, the other bird, the Eagles are in front of you. They are a dominating team. They have a little hiccup, but that hiccup is going to get fixed pretty soon, and then they're going to be a force to reckon with. But their backup is not that bad as well. So it might be, the little spark plug jumped in. They're going to use that spark plug for right now. And then when they main guy come back, they're going to insert him, and then the car get running back as normal. So let's stay on front of it. And Commanders, don't lose
right,
everything because you want to be selfish to yourself.
right, right. And just to close it off, right, we got the NFC West. Oh, you this is probably one of the worst divisions in the whole NFL right now. The San Francisco has definitely lost a step. They are probably more on the rebuilding side right now than the dynasty side or they were trying to get to. LA, I think, is probably going to be one of the strongest teams in the divisions. The Cardinals, I mean, I don't know how long, how many talent, how many people they're going to keep drafting and getting and still having the same results year over year. There has to be one year where they turn things around. But I think the Rams are going to run away with this division. I just think overall they look pretty solid, even though Stafford has been having some issues, I believe, with his back. So that's going to be interesting to see longevity, how long he can get through the season. Can they stay healthy? But
Mm.
that's one division I'm not really looking forward to be honest.
Well, I see it as surprisingly, I'm gonna give this to the Seahawks.
Okay.
Whatever it is, I believe Donald learned his lesson from that top, and I believe he's gonna play consistently because Melrose is right behind him, a two-way quarterback. So I think with their team, they could do some things. Whatever Geno couldn't do, I believe Donald could do because he had a good picture on what it's like to be successful, what it's like to really read, really have that opportunity. But if he don't do it, I believe that young rookie behind him will step in and do a masterful job. I don't believe in the Cardinals. I don't believe in the Cardinals. I think they overrated. I think the quarterback is good, but I think the NFL then passed that team by. As far as the Rams go, once your back have problems, everybody know any human. Once your back is really tapped up, when somebody come around the corner and put that wood to you, it's over. It's over. So hey, it is what it is. San Francisco, I believe they paid Purdy. I'm happy for him getting his money, but they still damaged goods and they old and they stuck in their ways. But I hope McCaffrey don't his calf don't keep bothering him. His name McCaffrey, and his calf bothers him all the time. So
Right.
and I just hope everything works out. I don't want really. I want a clean season. I hope everybody get through the season, and I just want some good football. Some good football. Take us away from what's going on in the world. That's what the NFL do. It saves America from a lot of drama for a couple of hours. And if we can enjoy it, let's keep it as clean as possible instead of the outcome that once we finish watching football, we got to deal with so much other things going on in the world. So let's go football. Let's go NFL.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm looking forward to a great season. The NFL, like I said, man, we can't wait. It's a struggle to get through the summer once the football season is over. So I'm glad it's back. And we got some more crazy topics to talk about. As we all know, Deion Sanders, the Sanders family is world renowned. Their fame goes well beyond. And one of his kids, one of his sons, was just recently cut from the team, and that was Shilo Sanders of the Buccaneers. Unfortunately, believe Shilo in his very last game against, I believe they were playing with the Buffalo Bills. He
Yeah.
had a little, I guess, a little back and forth situation with another player. And I don't know if was that the single blow that got him cut, but that didn't help. It definitely didn't help. And just to come by, we're gonna look and see what actually happened here real quick. Let's see if we can play this and give this a shot. All right, let me see. Give me a moment here. Hopefully, I can get this to play.
And I'm gonna piggyback. When I saw the play, and what took place is they was fighting. The tight end didn't know the play was over, so he was digging into Shallow, hitting him, and all that stuff. So like everything goes, they watching them two go down the field, and
Right.
then the man is hitting them and all that. And once Shallow responded to the hits, he was the last man swinging, so the refs threw him out the game automatically.
Yeah. Let me see here.
That's the tight end,
Oh,
Zach
hold on.
Davidson. And a swing.
Well, okay, so as you saw there, Shallow wasn't at fault. I mean, the guy was just
Oh,
literally,
nailing him.
yeah, the
Now,
guy was pushing.
what happened to blocking? What happened to blocking? The man is swinging wild arms. The man finished. They was just like waiting. I'm. I don't even want to get into no collusion because we know what
Wow,
the collusion happened as far as the brother go. But this is crazy. If you see what's going on, look,
wow, yeah,
it ain't
that's
got nothing
wow,
to do with blocking he doing. And the
yeah.
refs are watching him.
And all he did was, and look, after all that he did to Shiloh, they only see at the very end when Shiloh kind of throw the little punch to the helmet, and with that he got thrown out.
Because the feet stopped moving. As long as the feet stopped moving, Shallow reared back and swung while the man
Wow,
swinging to him in real time. Then the man go walk away to the ref and point at, he hit me in the
he
hell
hit me in the
helmet,
helmet.
beating the snot bubble out of his helmet.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to that.
Now, there's another
It's
controversy.
it's just more, I feel like the Sanders family is just getting such a bad rap at NFL. And to be honest, prior to this, Shiloh has been getting a lot of love as far as how hard he's been playing. I know Todd Bowles
Well,
spoke really well about
well,
Shiloh.
they made a call. I'm assuming. I don't know this for fact. My opinion only. Soon they told, hey, and they was just waiting for something to happen, or he was gonna get waived regardless. Remember, he wasn't to get picked up. They already have their players. He liked them. I was hoping they put him on the practice squad so somebody could pick them up. But when they waive you, they're gonna pay you, but you're done. And if somebody don't pick them up or for waivers,
Right.
He gonna be sitting out the league for a while.
Nah, that's yeah. Man, I hate that. I hope someone do pick him up. I think Shilo is talented. Unfortunately, he's had some moments, even at Colorado, where I was like, "Come on, Shilo, come on, what are you doing?" Right? But I think he got a lot of heart. So hopefully he get an opportunity somewhere at least.
Well,
But you got
your name is on your back. It already happened to y'all. They already told you what they discussed it with their father.
right, right.
You know what I mean? Um, um, Deion Sanders. And you know this is gonna play out the way they want it to play out. However bad it look, however dramatized it look, Shilo knew if my brother's going through this, they already let us know they don't really want us here. That guy came at him. The play was over a long time ago. And that guy was pushing him and pushing him, pushing him to get a reaction. And it's funny that both of them had negative reactions on the last playoff game.
Yep.
I mean, the
Yep.
last
the
preseason game.
the last
Excuse me.
preseason game, and yeah, it just was it ended bad. And speaking of that, yes, we got to switch it to Shedeur. So let me just read off the let me just read off the stats, and this is going to be a tough one. I know we're going to get into it with this one,
Yes, we are.
but so in the very last preseason game, I believe this was at Saturday. It was yesterday at 1 p.m. It looks like Shedeur was able to get into the game in the second half. Dylan got in, I believe, in the start of the second quarter after Flacco. Shedeur got in the second half, and it looks like for some reason when he got into the game, he was definitely playing with much less talent. Looks like he was definitely in there with a lot of the threes and a lot of the fours. He didn't really have any type of blocking or anything like that. And as you can see, as a result, his stats for the day was three for six, which is 14 yards. He had 5 sacks and 1 fumble. And I believe one of those sacks, he got pulled back. He dropped back and lost by maybe about 20 to 25 yards on one play. So a lot of the bad that we did see of Shedeur's game in Colorado got revealed. But in fairness to Shedeur, he got put in with some really bad talent. I mean, no one was blocking on the offensive line. As soon as the ball was hiked, he had people in his face. And I don't know if Shedeur had like a flashback to Colorado. All he kept doing was evading, escaping the pocket, trying to get some time to throw the ball. And what I also realized is that the reason why he was also having a hard time, a lot of the routes that the receivers were running, they were long routes. They were 15 and post and all of that. There was no quick hit, 5 hit, out hit so the ball could come out. But when you look at Dylan Gabriel's game in the first half, that's all they ran was quick 5 and out, 5 and in, quick slant, 7 and in. So Gabriel was able to just get it out quickly. But when Shedeur get in the game, they don't give him the same type of game plan. And that basically forced him to play like he did in Colorado when the team was struggling. And he looked horrible on the field, right? Indecisive, holding on to the ball for a long, long time because he's trying to make a play. And it caused him to get sacked multiple times. And it made him look really, really bad. Even though we know the real, there's a lot of fans and a lot of beat writers out there that are like, hey, see, he ain't the guy. He's not even worth a 5th-round pick. And that, to me, is a disservice because that's not fair. Stefanski and the Browns do not like Shedeur. They try to sabotage him. The GM picked him.
Did.
Right, they did. They sabotaged him. The GM wanted him, or whoever wanted him, or maybe they did. Maybe somebody called and they drafted him. They were told to draft him. And they sabotaged him. Your thoughts? This is crazy.
Yeah, my thoughts is, and I'm going to throw this in there, Ravens fans. My thought is support for the man. Support for the man. That's all it is. Oh, back over there. My thing is what they did was unfair to him. He showed bright with the previous thing this oblique thing came out of a mystery thing.
Right.
Everything been dramatized with Shedeur. You
Right.
gave him guys that's wearing 36, 37, 38, 31, 32, and he had
Right.
no real wide receivers out there, and you're just telling running backs to run long routes. These dudes is fifth rounds and sixth round players where you not even going to keep them on the team. They might be practice squad players that look horrible. The line was horrible. The man was running for his life. He knew it was something was going wrong. That's why he resulted back to what he know. Yes, he could have 5 sacks is a lot, but I thought he should have 20 sacks. They should be ashamed of themselves. The line they put out there, he should have had more sacks on him. I'm glad Savansky did take him out. That's the only good thing he did because you put him out there with that garbage. You got him exposed, and you
Right.
did it enough so the little short dude, number 5, could be the backup starter. That's all you did it for, is to embarrass the man because the little short dunks and this and dip and that and the 2 minute to end the second quarter, you gave that to Dylan Gabriel, but you gave Shedeur hot garbage, sanitation. So I say to you, Savansky, bananas, bananas.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And to me, man, he he's terrible, man. Anytime they ask him a question, they know it's about Shedeur. He doesn't even try to answer the question. He just makes it about the team. He just, oh yeah, well the team this, the team that. No, they're not asking you about the team. They're asking you about Shedeur. You didn't give
Body
Shedeur a fair
language.
share. The body
Body
language.
language show you everything.
He don't want him there. And clearly Shedeur to me is a better talent, more accurate, everything. But he set up Dalen Gabriel for success. Gave him exactly the safe gameplay.
The
Um,
ingredients he needed. Yes, sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
And gave it to him. And then unfortunately, he didn't do that for Shedeur. And then on top of that, I've been loving the support from a lot of players out there. It's like, why would you pull him out at the end of the game? You got a two
But
minute two
the
minute
other
drill.
dude, you're not keeping. The
Right.
other dude, you're not keeping.
Right.
Huntley is a cool dude, but you're not keeping. And that was the only support Shedeur really had
Right.
because the other side, you split them apart. You had 2 quarterbacks over here, 2 quarterbacks over there, and the damaged quarterback you got from the Eagles, just anywhere he want to be at the point.
Right.
So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna give all praises to God above and say, bless Shedeur and his journey with the Browns. Keep him safe, keep him protected, and he will step on the front of the team one day. Amen.
Amen. Amen. That's all we could do. At the end of the day, that's all we could do. All right. Well, one of the last topics that we wanted to cover today, I don't think you got a chance to see it, but I definitely did, is the Netflix special of the Cowboys, America's Team, the Gambler and His Cowboys, the Netflix docuseries. Um, One of the things I would say is I just finished watching it today, and although I knew a lot about the history, listening to Skip Bayless and other Cowboy lovers, you hear everything about Jerry Jones, about how he got the team and everything like that. But what I love about the docuseries is it went much deeper, much darker into what really happened, even from Jerry to the successes and the failures. And the biggest thing is the coach drama. Now, it's no surprise that Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson had some beef, but man, it was put on full display in this docu-series, and it just basically was just full jealousy. You had clearly an owner that bought the team that played football. Jerry Jones, I think, used to be a lineman, so he did play football, but he didn't know how to coach or handle the schematics and all that. That was Jimmy Johnson, right? Jimmy Johnson was the one probably picking the players, picking the talent, picking the draft, doing all of that. And when they had all that success, Jimmy, said, hey, this, a large part of the success is due to what I did. And I don't think Jerry Jones liked that. And it just ended badly. To me, they stopped the dynasty from happening. And two egos got in the way. Well, I would say Jerry Jones' probably ego got in the way. What's your thoughts?
Well, I say you spot on because you fresh from memory. I'm actually old enough to see it through, watch the games and watch the satellite, watch the sports reporters speak on it and everything. Jimmy Johnson came from the U, which is Miami University, and he
Right.
brought that tenacity to the team. He brung that. If you a good player, I'm gonna treat you this way. If you're a subpar player, I'm gonna treat you this way. If you're in between player, I'm gonna treat you that way. So he said everything goes through me. It don't go through the ownership. The ownership is the funds. That's who's the fund the team. That's who pay you. I
Right.
coach the team, so I'm gonna run the team.
Right.
And when
Right.
he tries to say, because I pay you, you're my subordinate. Yes, I am your subordinate, but you don't play football no more. You
Right.
played in college and probably gave out Gatorade if Gatorade was in back then. I'm only
Right.
teasing.
But,
But in fairness, you are the owner. You have a coach. You hire all the personnel you need. The man run the team. He got you chips. As soon as you intervene with that, he went on. He went on, and then you brought another coach in. He already set the team up. That other coach didn't do nothing for y'all. That
right.
other coach is running off for what he didn't touch nothing. He
Right.
let them win. So Jimmy would have had another ring automatically because
Right.
it happened after that. So
Right.
I'm gonna just say what you're getting right now with Parsons and all that. Jimmy, you own the team. You're the man. You're the $1 billion franchise.
Right.
You're the most expensive team in the NFL today. Please just do your job and being the owner and the GM and let this thing get done and save the drama and let this man work through what he got to work through so he could get prepared for the 2025-26 season. Please just pay the man and let everything go back to normalcy because you got a great team this year and let them play football. Thank you.
And I add this too. Definitely, I recommend you guys go watch the documentary. If you got uh, kids that want to play sports or want to see what it was like back in the day, please go ahead and watch it. There is a scene in there. Jimmy Johnson didn't play no games. There was a guy that was passed out on the field. I don't know if he had an asthma attack or whatever. I think Jimmy Johnson cut him right there. You know what? Get off my field. Have an asthma attack over there, whatever, on the other side of the field. He did not care. I think it was like the end of the season, maybe the first year or second year. The running back fumbled the ball once or twice. He cut him right after the game.
Well, it's a different type of. It was a
Right,
different type of football. It was football at its best,
right,
and the treatment at its worst. Remember,
right,
I said if you're not that dude, you don't get treated that way. Similar, I know you were talking about the Cowboys, just like LT. LT didn't practice a lot of times. He come in the game, he's like the other players, like, hold on, if you can
right,
do what he can do, then shut up. If you can't, just get out here and play until he come back. When he come back, he'll play in front of you. That's
right,
how they did LT on the Giants.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it speaks of the time, the era that football was in. But everybody needs to go check it out. Not throwing a plug, just get the understanding of why Jerry is the way Jerry is. And that's the plug my son is giving to y'all so y'all can get a different perspective on how it's meant to work.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, man, that concludes our first episode. Man, it was definitely fun doing this. You know,
Birdhouse, baby.
not Birdhouse all day. And then, hey, go Birds. Hey, look,
Go birds, baby. Go birds.
absolutely look forward. We're gonna be dropping every week. Please, please subscribe. Like I said, we're passionate about sports. We're gonna keep bringing you the real talk. That's how we do, baby. There we go. All right.
And we get better and better and better as we go along with anything. Life gets better and better. Keep God first, and you'll be successful in anything you do.
Absolutely. All right. Peace.
Peace.